Good morning, everybody. PC Outcast here, back with more of the Shadowborn and errands story. And, yeah. So the Civil War kind of ended in a bit of a whimper. We had that big fight in Windhelm, and, we executed Ulfric. And there was a bit of a speech, just basically that everybody's gonna get a bit more money and a bit more, I don't know, an extra ration of rum and biscuits for everybody. And that was kind of it. Everybody gets to go home. We're gonna keep an eye on any Stormcloak rebellion that might still be up in the hills and things like that, but that's pretty much the end of that. So now we're gonna talk to Maven because she has something she wants to talk to us about.
So you're the one.
And she is also the Jarl now.
You don't look so impressive.
This is pretty crazy, actually. She's now the Jarl, and yet we're still meeting with her in, like, you know, a dark room in the you know, the kind of skeezy inn. Solid Jarl, trustworthy, sure. Well, I am the best at what I do. I'm not very good at everything else.
Is that confidence I hear? Or is it arrogance? Strange how often they're confused. You have to understand, it's been a long time since Brynjolf sent me anyone I can rely on.
You have no faith in the guild?
Faith? I don't have faith in anyone. All I care about is cause and effect. Did the job get done, and was it done correctly? There's no gray area.
You will not have that problem with me.
I hope not. This is an important job. I have a competitor called Honningbrew Meadery that I want to put out of business. I also want to know how they managed to get the place up and running so quickly.
Where should I begin?
Head to the Bannered Mare in Whiterun and look for Malus Macius. He'll fill you in on all the details.
Who runs the show at Honningbrew now?
Some layabout named Sabjorn. Been a thorn in my side for the last few years now.
Sabjorn seems like more than just friendly competition, though.
Not a day goes by that I don't regret letting Sabjorn get as far as he did. In only a few short years, he's taken that bile he calls mead to market, and a chunk of my profits with it. I can't imagine where he found the gold to take it to market so quickly.
So, get rid of him, he's no longer a threat.
Exactly. With Sabjorn in prison, his meadery will be forced to close. Then I swoop in and take over the place. No more competition.
Why strike now, though?
The Golden Glow estate job has undoubtedly interrupted the supply of honey I need to make my mead. Sabjorn could use this interruption to his advantage and collect a larger share of the market. I can't have that.
I'm surprised she doesn't just own Golden Glow Estate herself. You know, control production of everything. Anyway, okay.
One more time, in case I wasn't clear. You butcher this job, and you will be sorry.
Uh-huh. In what way? Exactly. Okay. So, we gotta talk to Malus. There's still more people we need to get blessings from. We do need to head back to Windhelm and talk to the Aratina boy. And there's a suspicious elf we gotta look into. There are rumors of strange noises and vampires and things. Yes. Lots of things. And, oh, it's like early in the morning. Right, so we got this place over here. Potential vampires. And yeah, maybe we should just go do that. Let's wait a few hours till the sun comes up. Oh, and this is why we're in first person. Oh yeah. It's our final outfit. Pretty nice, eh? Little thank you from the Thalmor for helping the Empire take down Ulfric. Working for the Thalmor does have occasional perks in fashion. Pretty much nothing else, but in fashion. Oh, do I have anything I need to sell? I'm pretty sure the last time I was at a...
So many refuse to talk to us. They call us thieves and smugglers. I am glad to see that you are not such a one.
Sure. Last time I was at a merchant. I'm not sure if I was able to get rid of everything I had. Oh, I also picked up a glass dagger. Ew, so now that is our weapon of choice. We're gonna, I guess I'll still have this available. It does have a chance of blowing the Shadow Curse, but this does almost twice as much damage, so. There's our old set of gear. Oh yeah, you can take those things. We are losing the 75% magic regen, which is a bit sucky. You might want to get these things enchanted. This set also comes with a really weird looking helmet thing. I'll show you that in a second. You can have that. I will keep that. You can also have those.
May your road lead you to warm sands.
Thank you. And I actually like her outfit. Her outfit's kind of cool.
Tools, wares, and weapons.
That would be a
all for
nice
sale
rogue
at
outfit, you know?
prices.
Need some armor though. Probably needs to be light armor. Yeah, this is the helmet. Looks kind of Dark Soulsy. Anyway, not the right look for my character. Let's go down and maybe we can get over here. Otherwise we're gonna have to go down to, oh yeah, this is, didn't really save us that much time. I just wanted to get down towards green wall here and then turn up. So this place looks like it's probably going to be continued to be held by Imperials, which is great. That looks so much better. Like, I don't understand how the two armies could possibly have allowed this fort that sits astride the main road between Riften and Windhelm, basically cutting Shore Stone off and all of its ore and stuff, completely cutting it off from Riften. They allowed this place to fall to bandits. Like, that's just absolutely beyond belief. Actually, why are they even allowing this place to fall into ruins in the first place? Why do we still have barricades set up? Questions, so many questions. I do have hypnotize ready to go. Do I have my... Ooh, I don't have my dagger on. Do that. We're now in combat with a nasty spider thing. Oh, that's not what I want. No, it's not. Just now. Oh, we got another one. Oh, we got another. Yo, man, I've been poisoned. Die. Die, filthy spider scum. And we gained a level too. Oh yeah. We're at 350. I think that's probably where I'm going to... I might not go any further with health. We'll see. Do we want to get anything else in illusion? We could do the final point in Animage. Paralyzing Fear. This is nice, but I won't worry about it until I get expert level in invisibility. Don't need that, don't need that. And a Mind Thrall could be kind of interesting, but it's not really the style of this particular character. Can't put any more points into that yet. Could do Mercy. If I want to get anything, what's this? Take 20% less attack damage while dual casting. Yeah. Oh, I can get the last point in Mage armor. Yeah, man. Take that. There's so many things on my map. What is that? Is it a bear? Nope, not a bear. Being chased by something though. Are we a bear? What? What? Who? Where? Oh, wolf. Damn wildlife. Okay, am I getting close? Yes, but I'm in the wrong... Pointing in the wrong direction. Okay, so there's... If I remember right, there's like a sentry out here. Can't really see it. They're usually like hanging out on that outcropping there. Ah, there you are. Can I get up to them? Oh boy. Not that easily. Can I hop up here? Oh, and you've got a assistant here, eh? Wow, that was a 327 point crit. Thank you. I will take that quite happily. Nice. Okay, let's see what we got in here. I know there's a necromancer. It's normally a necromancer in here, but really this thing there's a vampire too? Oh, hello.
Is it an opportunity for triumph or evidence of our greatest failure? Ours is to vanquish the unliving.
Is it just you?
The true path is our way, our world, something worth saving. Answer my query, stranger, and I will know the difference between triumph and failure.
I'm going to save and just walk up to this guy and talk to him if I can.
Answer my query, and I will tell you if wars have any meaning.
Hey, what now? World's worth saving, and I'm gonna save it. No. Wars are senseless slaughter, Skyrim's irredeemable. Blood and battle are proof of life, war is good for the soul. I don't care for riddles, swamp breath.
My intent was not to confuse. I've been so consumed by this quest I didn't know where else to turn.
What is the war you're referring to, and what quest are you on?
For the last 2 years, I have embarked on a single road. choice was to walk its twists and turns, overcome its many obstacles. All the while believing that if I followed it to the end, I would find redemption. Only it appears the road ends here, in this hollow cave, with the corpse of the child I was asked to save. It was rumored that the child left for Eastmarch to join the Stormcloaks, in defiance of the father's alignment with the Empire. For a lord's house, the truth was far more incriminating, and for a loving father, one far more heartbreaking. Thus the Lord could not trust anyone, save an Argonian prisoner, one guilty of the child's same crime, vampirism.
Vampirism. Never actually heard it pronounced like that. Anyway, you said you are guilty of vampirism, yet you don't look like a vampire. This appears to be a necromancer hideout, not a vampire lair.
Vampire dens have always been notoriously easy to track. Theirs is to cling to the fringes of a major hold, close to the road where traders pass. That is where a runaway vampire would seek shelter amongst her kind. This one, however, had spent her entire life in the care of her noble parents. Hers was to run to where no one else could find her. The caves and nooks where darker forces wish to carry on unseen.
Aye. And are you actually a vampire?
Yes, the skin, eyes, and fangs are telltale signs. But some men can't be sure the same is true for other races. I was staying at an inn near the border when one of the local Nords decided to take offense with my presence. His was to challenge me to a brawl, and when I refused, he accused me of being a vampire.
That probably didn't go over very well.
The word was toxic. That morning, 2 bodies were found outside, torn to shreds. Unrecognizable masses, if not for the bones and teeth. Things were tense around the village, and the gods were in a hurry to solve the case and placate the locals. I made an easy scapegoat. Locked in that cell for days, I began to starve. Not for blood, but for food. Theirs was to offer me bread in exchange for a confession. It was better to die by the axe than starvation, but few can stomach either. So I did what all mortals do when there is no logical escape. I prayed. To Julianos for temperance, to Stendar for mercy, to Mara for love. And when I awoke the next morning, my cage was gone, as was my hunger.
The Divines freed you from prison? The gods are great.
Not quite. But they granted me the resolve to persevere, so that I could give those who would aid me time to arrive. This is how the Divines act. Not through direct force, but through a subtle nudge, an encouraging word, or a favorable wind.
Okay, so who freed you from prison?
The night before, I was paid a visit by a man, his face shrouded by the hood of his robe. In his arms, he cradled an urn, filled with the dust of a vampire. The dust was to be scattered around my cell, as proof of my demise. I knew not how much coin he had passed to my jailers, but it was enough to carry on with the ruse. Outside the barracks, a carriage awaited us both. It took us to a nearby chateau, where I would meet my true employer.
Kind of sounds like you left one prison for another.
When they brought me before the House Lord, I told him I did not kill those men. He told me he already knew. The real murderer was his own kin. He asked me if it was true about vampires, if they formed clans, family. He wanted to know if I knew where his daughter had fled. I told him no, but I could find her. After all, I was a hunter, a member of the Order of the Virtuous Blood, so I told him why I came to Skyrim and my desire for pendants. Then he made an offer. A second chance for him, his daughter, and for me.
Okay, so you said finding the Earl was a form of penance. So what crime did you commit?
Before coming to Skyrim, I had spent my life hunting vampires for the Order. Much like the Vigilants, we often hunted in pairs. My partner was a Nightblade named Arlas. He used stealth and shadow to eliminate our targets, while I covered him from a distance. His was a remarkable courage. Many in the Order prefer long-range attacks to avoid the chance of infection. Arlas never deterred from his methods. Courage alone, however, was not enough to prepare us for what lay in that den nearly 4 winters ago.
What happened?
I watched Arlas scout ahead from afar, melding to the shadows in search of the enemy. The den was for all intents and purposes empty. Yet, the center table showed not a fleck of dust, and the torches on the wall were recently lit. A shiver swam up my tail like a cold fish. But I knew Arlas was safe so long as he stuck to the shadows. Until I saw the shadows themselves move. The shadow spread its wings, as did the others, cloaking the room in darkness. They came from above, like bats descending on their prey. Ours was to call to my friend and reach for my staff, trying to shield his escape with fire. We barely made it out alive, but not unscathed. One of those foul demons had raked its talons across Arlas' back. All I had to do was look into his narrowing pupils to see the infection had taken root.
Why didn't you just give him a potion?
It was progressing faster than any case of vampiris I had ever witnessed. Potions had no effect. There was no time to take him to a healer.
What did he do?
Ours was to ask for his last request. He said, "Cure me." I thought it was a joke. He always made me laugh. Now I know the extent of my folly. Months later, I discovered his journal while putting away his things. It seems he had anticipated infection from the moment he joined the Order. He had been corresponding with a mage named Valion. A mage who was studying a cure.
Huh. So, did you kill him right then? You can't really blame yourself. I mean, you did what you thought was right.
Yours is a statement that I am thankful for. Perhaps, as the Divines work in the shadows, there is a greater purpose to be found. I thought Harla's death brought me to Skyrim to save the nobleman's daughter. Now I wonder if they have brought me here to meet you.
Okay, well, how did you manage to track the child down anyway?
It was a hunch, but with nary a lead, ours was to rely on chance. So I listened for rumors of necromancy first, and vampires second. There was an argument at the Bee and Barb about some nefarious activity near Source Stone. Some claimed it was black mages, others said vampires. Ours was to follow the lead here, to Boulderfall Cave. One could only pray to Arcade that our arrival was not too late.
I assume the bodies mean that you were too late?
Not exactly. The child was still alive when I entered the cave. Not only alive, but healthy and smiling. One of the bodies that lies here was once a high one, the kin of a noble. My old friend Arlas had a saying: sickness is a virtue. The healthier a vampire was, the more often he had fed. The girl left me no choice. Hers was an existence that lived to feed, to milk the blood of those around her, including the unfitting necromancers that took her on as an apprentice.
Huh. Okay, so given the girl's demise, what happens now?
Someday, I will return to that village and tell her father a lie. It is not one that can be told right away. I will tell him she was a sweet girl who ran to protect him. A girl who laughed, who danced, and who loved. A girl who sought a cure, and in the absence of one, took her own life. Ours is to tell him she achieved everything we hoped to out of life in a quarter of the time.
Huh. I suppose as lies go, that would probably be for the best. Okay. So, what are you gonna do now?
Ours is to wait here for more of her brethren. The girl may have taken a liking to some of them, and chosen to infect rather than kill. If you're in need of a companion, however, I will be honored to journey with you on your quest.
Well, I appreciate the offer, but I'm more of a lone wolf, you might say. Okay, so that solves that. So these quests are the ones created by interesting NPCs, and those are the ones you get from talking to innkeepers, right? As opposed to picking up quests off of the boards. Yeah, okay. So let's go. Well, we need to meet the Brute of Talos, and also talk. We haven't discovered that yet? Okay. Somehow we haven't discovered Windhelm yet. I assume because of the whole battle, we... well, here comes trouble.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
What was that? I assume it's that? Find the suspicious elf. Guards don't listen to me. I've told them one of those grayskins is up to something, always heading out the docks at night, sending signals to her friends in Morrowind, no doubt. Damn darkies, they're gonna overrun the city if we don't stop them. Yeah, this guy, he was literally just walking around right in the middle of the Civil War conquest, the Imperial conquest of Windhelm, looking around for those damn dark-skinned elves. And now he's suspicious. Oh, now we got two suspicious. We got a suspicious elf and a suspicious dark elf. Okay, great. Just Fabulous. What about Rolf? Can't we just, like, deal with him?
Hi, lady.
Well, this is so unfortunate.
Please?
Sure, what do you have?
Not much, but I hope you like them.
I will take some lavender. And some nightshade. Did you know that nightshade is an excellent poison?
Stop by again.
Sure. What a nice little girl. With a unfortunate hair and hood mishap going on. She's like one of the nicest kids in Skyrim. I feel so bad for her. I always want to adopt her. And I almost never have the type of character that like has a stable home that could actually make a place for these kids. Anyway. Well, that is what it is. Puck.
Have you ever hated someone so much you just wanted to bite off his eyes? That's when you know you hate a man. I mean, really, really hate him.
Yes? No? That's...
You could even make them wear your dagger like a hat. But nothing is as raw and as pure as using your teeth.
I feel that way about everyone.
Yeah? I bet they think there's nothing you can do about it either. That's why they don't shut up.
Who's this man you despise? Anyway, I will happily stab him in the neck.
Gabriel. Just saying his name makes me want to take a pair of hot pliers and twist off his nose.
Oof. Why do you hate him?
He's a snitch. Told the guards about the bandits I used to run with before he hired me. But even after I served my time, he's had to toss me in the dungeon on some trumped up charge. Now he's got the whole city thinking I'm some killer. And if you say something enough times, people start believing it's true. We used to be friends. I thought we were brothers. When he snitched to the god, we became something else.
Not brothers? Well, I'm sorry. That seems rather unfortunate. You became even closer friends?
No, Jester. Not even close. What we became goes beyond words. But if I ever get to slam my fist into his nose, I'll let you know if I find some.
I think this might be the dumbest Argonian I've ever actually met. Most of them are pretty slick, but this guy's, I think, might have been punched in the head a couple of times too many. Out of curiosity, what other sorts of horrifying things would you do? No, you know what? Why would he do this to you?
He has a thing for one of the guards. She has a thing for me. But that ain't a good reason why. Because there ain't no good reason for what he's done. But what he's done, it's reason enough for what I'll do to him. I'm going to nail his hand to the table, and then bend back his thumbs until they pop right off.
Oh.
I'll press my elbow against his throat, get real close, so he can smell the stink on my breath. And then I'll chew off his eyes like a couple of hard-boiled eggs.
Good grief. Why are you stewing over it? Just kill the guy already.
Don't you get it? It's because I can't. I kill him, I become exactly what he says I am.
Yeah, suppose that's true.
They'll all think it was me. The worst part is, if I want to keep my head, I have to make sure he stays alive.
Why don't you try blessing a person instead? I really don't need your help. So the guards just take his accusations as truth, or what?
As if the gods need a reason to beat down an Argonian.
I guess that's true.
Of course, a little go-go always helps grease the wheels. And Gabriel's fingers are covered in grease.
I mean, there is a new Jarl in town that's much more friendly towards Argonians, so might not be as bad. Why don't you just... Maybe you should just leave. How about that? I'm throwing out thoughts here.
That I won't do. The docks are my home. Besides, I'll take 1,000 nights in the dungeons before I give him the pleasure.
Okay. Okay, man. You do you. Just I don't know. Be happy, I guess. What quest is this? I have no idea what quest that is. Okay, turn. Oh, it's this one. I still need to get the. Oh yeah. I just need to ask him for the blessing. Right. How about you bless a person instead?
Bless him? I mean, like a priest?
Yes. I need a brute priest blessing.
By the hist, you're serious. You've got the wrong guy, stranger.
I know it sounds unlikely, but please, just humor me.
Alright. I guess it couldn't hurt my reputation. People seeing me as a priest of bloody towels. Here, have it. You're bloody blessed.
Bloody blessed. There you go. Cured all diseases too. Okay. That was that. Oh, that was that specifically. Gotcha. Okay. There's also there's also the suspicious elves and things we're supposed to be looking into. We'll see about that. First of all, let's finally get back. Have a word with Aventus. Oh, and apparently I still have that quest there. Just get rid of that, please. Thank you. Suspicious elf is over there. Interesting NPCs is interesting. Has some interesting NPCs, and oh my, that's terrible. And it's unfortunate when the hoods don't quite match up with the heads properly. Hey Ventus, how's it going?
God, the kind. Is she, you know?
Yes, I butchered her in her own bed, and all your friends were a little bit too excited about it.
Aha! I knew you could do it. I just knew it. I knew the Dark Brotherhood would save me. Here, just like I promised. This should fetch you a nice price. I thank you. Thank you again.
You are welcome, little man. Good luck. I mean, she was a wretch. I had no problem with getting rid of her, but well, I hope her assistant or whatever she was does a better job of things. Okay, here's the suspicious elf. Hello?
Please, leave me be. I don't want any trouble.
Ah. Okay, for once it might actually be right. Well, it looks like you found it. These are troubled times. Good people must rely on each other.
I know, but I don't think I'm someone you can rely on.
I just wanted to talk.
I know, but I don't know much about the city. I'm new here, like you.
How long have you lived in Windhelm?
Not long. I haven't found a place yet since we left Morrowind. They have beds at Camp Earth Hall, but the people aren't very friendly.
Might be the glowing eyes.
We stay at the corner club. There aren't any beds, but I don't sleep much anyway.
Only during the day. Actually, you're out during the day. What? You need to sleep. The fatigue is wearing on you.
It isn't fatigue. Jorah said it was shock. After all that's happened, sometimes the words, they get caught in my throat.
What happened?
I'm sorry. It's just, it hurts to talk about it.
Take your time. Just breathe.
Thank you. Feltus used to tell me the same, but for different reasons. I was always so angry with him.
And who was Feltus?
He was my brother, my fraternal twin. But the only thing we shared was her birthday. He was brash. He never listened. When we were children, he'd use illusion spells to steal sweets from the cupboard. When the elders forbade destruction magic, he would rush me to the neighbor's yard and set fire to the chickens. The elders blamed me. I was the responsible one. They said I was supposed to stop him, that it was my fault. They were right.
Your brother sounds foolhardy, emphasis on the fool part.
He was still my brother. You have no right. But it was not you. Not you who killed him. It was me.
Changing subjects, I take it you left Morrowind because the land wasn't fertile? Or tell me what happened the night you arrived in Windhelm.
We had just crossed the border to Refugees' Rest. Father read the decree. Mother placed mountain flowers by the shallow grave markers. Only Feltus didn't care about graves and monuments. It was already an hour past midnight. He shouldn't have gone on ahead. He was so excited. We heard him calling through the darkness. He could see the lights from the dock, and if you squinted, you could almost see the outline of the palace.
Well, it's understandable. I mean, given how young and excitable he was.
Father chased after him. Mother and I, we followed. We passed Hollyfrost Farm just as Feltus started to cross the river. He hopped on a large ice floe by the bank. I thought he'd slip. Mother hollered at Feltus to be careful. He just stamped his feet. Then, it all happened so fast. The floe, it didn't crack. It didn't even make a sound. It just came straight through the ice like a ghost.
What? What's the flow? What came through the ice?
It was a hand. When Feltus hit the floor, the ice broke. He fell in, and Father went in after. Mother was screaming, and I just froze. We were standing on the embankment when more of them, they came right out of the snow. I felt a hand. It was cold, so cold, and I fainted. They say my blood turned hot as fire, but all I remember was the frigidness of that hand.
What the hell happened? This is like right across from the docks to Windhelm?
I woke up inside the temple. Jorah was whispering a prayer. I felt so strange, so weak. Lortham said a Nord named Brunwolf saved me when the guards did nothing by himself. I was the only one he could save. The priest put a gold towel to my brow, and I looked up at the great statue of Talos. It almost felt like he was sneering at me. He was telling me it was my fault, my burden. I'm sorry. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Okay. So they were, what, attacked by some kind of vampire ghost things? I'm confused. I'm so confused. We're going to wrap up this episode right here. Man, this was a crazy one. Stories. All kinds of stories. Hope you guys enjoyed that. We will see you in the next episode.